Go!
34.
Podcast 34.
Yes.
We've taken a hiatus.
After the Open.
Yeah, 3 weeks or something?
Yes.
We had a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Open, full classes running that stuff, finishing the 90-day challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of us busted their foot.
Erin had an injury. Yeah.
Just had to, a few things.
Yeah, so qualifiers are starting tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, those workouts look great.
Yep. We're not doing those this year. We'll get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everything's on the up and up. It just needed to take a little break to kind of finish all that stuff up.
Yeah.
Cap off the 90-day challenge, done.
I've had more people coming, and they're coming out of the world, people that I didn't even know were doing the challenge.
Yeah.
I've got cousins in Ohio, I haven't talked to them for like 3 years, had no clue.
Yeah.
And they've been following along with us apparently the entire time.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool stuff.
So kind of, I'll get into some of that. I learned a lot from it, but there's two sides of the coin of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll talk maybe about, my point is, well, maybe we'll start to why. So you got injured, you wasn't able to do the semis, right? It happened during the Open. So being smart about it, on the back side of that, starting to feel better.
Mm-hmm.
I came off of hernia surgery.
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure I was going to be able to do the Open.
Yeah.
I was able to.
You were able to do the Open, and you did well.
Yeah, I did.
Top 100.
Yeah, I did the Opens, 91 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I pumped the brakes there.
You actually did something on purpose to. Okay, so if anybody knows Bruce, they know that although he tries, he does have a hard time shutting it off.
Uh-huh.
Because your personality, you're a go-getter. You're somebody that's always trying to be the best version of yourself. So it's hard when it's like, hey, I did do well. Mm-hmm. I did well enough to go ahead and do this. But you are currently signed up for a team.
The Legends is doing the team simultaneously like they did last year.
Yeah.
With the games, and this year it's
teams of three,
same sex. Mm-hmm. Yep. So fortunately for me, I got a couple of guys here. Alex O'Brien, who was in the games in the division underneath me, and Jeremy Murdoch, who's an old school.
We've known both of them for a very, very long time.
Goes way back.
Long time ago, team regional stuff.
Yeah. And so it was exciting for him to get prepped up and ramped up for that. So decided to do the teams because I knew that
would keep you from doing anything real stupid.
Yeah, because I don't think my body is quite ready for that. No.
Your skills are still pretty damn good.
Yeah, just your body, and it just I want to get
the strength though. You got to give that time.
I want to get healed properly.
Yeah,
dial back some of the basics and train. So that leads us to our next point. Mm-hmm. Don't let me forget the 90-day challenge and the basics.
But how are we going to train right
now? That's what I'm saying though. But what Fortress Athlete is about really is about that 90-day challenge and what we do in our gym. Mm-hmm. The polar opposite is like competitive training to get to the games.
Yeah.
Like if you want to compete at the high level, or if you want to compete at Wadapalooza, or Legends or MFC, some of these big time things.
Yeah.
You have to train competitively, right? And so
that's a little different.
It's very.
You can do good work.
Yeah.
In class for the everyday athlete, that stuff is wonderful.
Yeah.
But there's no way you're going to magically be doing high skill movements and overly heavy stuff without practicing.
And inside here, we never in our gym at Fortress Athlete, we never push people to compete. We're more of get off the couch, health and wellness,
a few people kind of jump here and there, but but that's definitely not our push.
And we have some people. We got some people doing some local comps coming up. Got people doing beach brawl and all that. That's cool. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. Mm-hmm. That's not the premises of Fortress Athlete.
No.
And then I'll get back to that, the 90-day challenge and stuff like that. But so we have known Jason Grubbs for a long time.
Yeah. You competed with him, mm-hmm. and then I worked with him for a long time with nutrition stuff.
And he does Boulder Athlete, mm-hmm. and that's his programming, is on the competitive side. So, and I look at it this way, like I've been to the games 4 times, okay? I think that Erin would have had a really good shot this year if she wouldn't got injured. That's her goal to get there, but it's also different. Like, and I had a conversation with Jason. I'm Before I got injured in 19, I did have a chance to podium. That was the best that I'd ever trained, the best I ever felt. But ever since then, I always had something going on, or
something's in the way.
Something's in the way. I can't really place it. There were some injuries, there's some stuff, but whatever. It's all excuses when it gets down to it, right? Meaning, like, I tried to do it all on my own. And we constantly preach, everybody needs a coach. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was telling Jason is like, listen, we love your programming, love what you stand for. He's won it.
Yeah.
5 times.
5 times?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's going for number 6 this year. The following year, me and him will age back up and get to compete together. So that's
next
exciting.
Year, right? Is that next year?
The following year.
Yeah, because he's going to be 50 next year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what he does works.
Correct. Yeah, it
so,
sure does. If you stick to it, man, mm-hmm. It's like anything else.
Yeah, so Fortress, we have aligned with Boulder, me and Erin, to do the competitive training with Jason because we want to coach. And I don't want to go back that's my goal, 2026, next year. I don't want to go back to not put my best version of myself and have an opportunity to stand on the podium. Yeah. Okay? And I'm not putting like, oh, you got to win. It's, am I training right? Am I doing everything and focused right? And having a coach and having that programming, all I have to do is do. All I have to do is perform. Everything else is on me. The sleep, the nutrition, okay, the recovery. The programming is there and it's already proven to work. So we're very excited, and we told Jason that we don't program on our own line for competitive games training. We don't do that.
No.
We don't want to do that. We want to have a coach and focus on getting to the games and have an opportunity to do well. So we're very excited to do that. Also told Jason, if I do have members inside of our gym that have aspirations of competing competitively, like hardcore, because this isn't for the lighthearted on the training.
I mean, most of the days, and we've talked about ramping up, and there are several levels there. I mean, like there's that he's got stuff for like when you're stuck at work and you've got 45 minutes, you could go do something. I mean, whatever. But I mean, it's multiple sessions.
Oh yeah,
like it's not. A lot. There's a lot going on there.
It's a lot of training. Like you have to be so dedicated.
We gotta ramp up to that volume of training, especially you coming out of being injured and then a little bit sick recently, but and then hitting my foot. I mean,
but what I'm saying though is, if we do have those people inside our gym, we'll turn them on to Jason's training. They can train with us when we have time. We can do it out of here. So we're all in, us as Fortress Athlete, aligning with Boulder Athlete for the competitive, right?
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So it's going to be fun. That's what we're training for, starting now all the way till next year, 2026. We are so focused, and we're going to dial everything in and put our best version on the field. But and maybe you're asking, well, Fortress. Well, Fortress is these 4 walls. The people that come in here, and I think about it, it's the everyday person. We got some people that love, to push the envelope on CrossFit. We got some people that love the endurance, the high rocks, the hybrid style stuff. I mean, we do everything. For us inside these walls, we want people to be fit, healthy for life. A place that they come in and all their problems can be set aside.
That 1 hour.
In that 1 hour, and be with community. That's what Fortress Athlete is. And whatever blossoms out of that, if it blossoms to being competitive, cool. If it blossoms to be in the best shape you've ever been in your life, excellent. If it blossoms because you like to do Spartans outside of here, or you like to run long distance, or you want to do a high rocks, or you want to do a local grassroots competition, well, whatever that may be, that's what we have inside of here. And I really kind of go back to the 90-day challenge, okay? Because if you really think about it, it's the meat and potatoes of what Fortress Athlete is. If you can't, now you got to pay attention, okay? If you can't do those basics on the 90 days, you're not going to progress or move forward. And what is that? Drink a lot of water, eat healthy, good protein, good carbs, good vegetables. You have your protein, the right amount. Stay away from sweets and shitty sugar. Put down the alcohol, and consistently work out 4 to 6 times a week and not stay stagnant during the day. The things that I just say, and I posted that on my story yesterday, are the most simplistic things there are to do for health and wellness. We made that Fortress 90 book. It's on Amazon for $10. If you can't buy that book and follow those simple guidelines, you're not going to progress.
No. Those are, and what people don't realize is that's the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't, that 90-day challenge is supposed to get you into habits that those aren't up here habits. Those are baseline. That's the starting line of where you're at. Because, and people don't realize too, like people are sick. Yeah. They are on the verge of metabolic disorders that are preventable. Mm-hmm. And it's because of habits that are the opposite of what we put out.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at somebody like my dad. I mean, he's pre-diabetic. My mom he's lost 31 pounds. He's in his 70s.
Yeah.
Just by changing their habits. It was nothing drastic. They just followed.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. And now, like, the quality of life, you know, the A1C is down to normal ranges. Like, all of these things. I mean, things like, you know, your blood work gets better. Your sleep naturally gets better. Yeah. And then when you sleep better, guess what? You can work out harder.
Yeah. But do you see the magnitude of what I'm saying?
It's huge. They're so simple.
See this is Fortress Athlete, mastering the basics, coming here, health and wellness. The compete with the boulder is way up here. Like, we do what's here. And if you can't master any of that stuff, that's such a foregone. It's not even in the realm of possibility. If you want it to be, I'm not saying you need it to be.
Nobody needs to do that stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to tell you, we are all about mastering the basics, and that's what we preach, and that's what we do inside of here. And I mean, it's probably, listen, don't take it the wrong way. I mean, we got people that work hard and do a great job, you know. And but when I say things like, you're not going to progress or get to the next level, listen, it's like not dancing. All bad.
No, it's like, if you don't know, they're going to teach ballet dancers the basic steps first, and they're not letting them progress until they have those basics down so that they're automatic. They don't have to think about them.
Yeah.
It's just something you do.
Yeah. If someone says, I've been doing a lot of stuff like I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't have a lot of energy, or I'm not sleeping well, or I need to lose a little bit of weight, my pants are tight. I mean, I'm talking about all these little tiny things, right? They all add up over time.
Absolutely.
And the older you get, if all these things start adding up, they can be overwhelming, and people can go backwards.
So they've got to be ingrained habits.
Yeah.
That was the point of what we did.
But that's what we do at Fortress Athlete. You got to master the basics. You got to do the common things uncommonly well.
Pretty sure that's in the CrossFit level 1.
It 100% is. It is so true.
It is true.
Yeah. Everybody wants the shiny. Everybody wants way down the road, way up here, way up here. But you ain't mastered this.
So everybody wants, they want a magic pill instead of like, hey, you eating your apples?
Yeah.
Let's back it up just a little bit here.
Yeah. And you know, the thing when I talk about, you know, we don't want to do the competitive training because we want to focus on inside of here and make sure people understand that, listen, you know, you're available for PT. You're available for multi-people sessions that can be cheaper. You're going to put that out. You have a nutrition thing that you want to do, a boot camp for people. There's so many things that you can come to Erin for and get help with these things. And we're more focused on doing that here. That's where our attention is inside Fortress Athlete, inside the four walls. Now, we got, the core program. And
those are supplementary things that people can get and use, especially when people come to open gym. It's no different than if they're like, oh, there's open gym. Yeah. I'm going to go. And what do they end up doing? Sitting on a bike.
Yeah.
The same as if they walked on a treadmill at Planet Fitness, because they have no idea what to do, because you just don't know. It's like, oh, there's all this stuff. How should I do this? And we have things that you could just use. Like that corporate, like, you don't know what to do, come in and do that. It's right there for them.
And we do want to do some things like pull-up programs and other things, but listen, we've been hesitant on that because I'm going back to doing the basics and showing up. You got to ask yourself the question. I mean, when I look at the programming, we do it meticulously. It just take a 3-day window. Just take a Monday, Tuesday, and a Wednesday.
Incredibly
okay?
Meticulous.
You can do CrossFit. You can do one of the strength classes. You can do one of the High Rocks hybrid endurance classes. Everything you need inside of those days are there, and then take a day off.
It's literally written that exact way.
Yeah, but people, you got to be consistent. It's no different than a 90-day challenge. The people who started the 90-day challenge and failed and stopped and couldn't do it because it got hard, it's no different than showing up consistently at the gym.
Yeah.
You got to master this shit before anything works.
When I hear people asking constantly, I want to be able to do a pull-up, I want to be able to do XYZ, I want to run a mile in 6 minutes, but you're not coming to the gym more than like twice a week, and when you're showing up, you're kind of half here. Like, you don't need a supplemental program. You need to show up. That's it. The magic starts happening, and people are like, well, how many days do I have to come? I want to know how many days you can come. How many days can you get your butt in here? And if they said, honestly, 5 days of workouts, come another day during open gym and get on that bike and recover. Yeah. Like, until you're doing that consistently, I'm sorry, there's not really a whole lot.
You want me to give you the breaking news?
Uh-oh. What's the breaking news?
Breaking news.
Okay. Is this really breaking news? Or
everybody has all these tiny little things everywhere, all these little programs. Ooh, that looks flashy. Let me get that. I saw that on the internet. Oh, that looks cool. Let me do that. Oh, let me do that. Let me do all this random little tiny stuff that makes no sense. And if you just stopped and threw away the shiny stuff and
followed what we're doing
and came to the gym, minimum 5 times a week, an active recovery day and a full day off, consistently, you would dominate all the things you want to do.
Absolutely, yes.
That's how it's programmed. You don't need anything. That's why we've been so hesitant to do other stuff. Now, if you want other stuff, that's when you ask for additional programs in PT. But you ain't mastered the basics yet.
You gotta show up.
Yeah, it's so simple. Stop with the shiny stuff.
Yeah. You good now?
Maybe. Man.
But here's and the beauty of what you just said is in the feedback of what we've already gotten from the Fortress 90 program for the people that followed through, even if they had a slip up along the way. And that's a different conversation. But I'm saying, if you were able to keep going throughout that, maybe there was a time where you felt terrible because you went to your nephew's birthday party, you felt guilted into a piece of cake once. But for the most part, you did everything you were supposed to. Every single person that I have talked to that followed through, it's like first off, they never thought they could do it. So now they actually believe they're capable of more in all facets of their life. But people are like, I ended up somehow I lost 15 pounds. I can do this now. My health is better. I mean, we had one member that just finished that I talked to, and he pushed back hard at the beginning about the drinking. Well, I don't want to give up alcohol. I enjoy my nightly alcohol. I don't see why it's a problem. all 90 days, no alcohol.
Yeah.
And was able, and it's funny because, I mean, there was some hard pushback, but changed his life. Yeah. And now he knows.
Perfect. Yeah, it's day 92. I still hadn't had any.
No, I didn't get my cookie.
Yeah. My daughter wants to get ice cream tonight.
You got to save
Marble Slab. I'm going to. But here's the thing. Let me tell you. You know, before I'd go get one of those big old bowls. I'm going to get a tiny little bowl. And
you're going to enjoy it.
I'm going to have a little bit of ice cream. And then I'm not going back. I'll have stuff here and there. But I don't have no desire anymore. I noticed when I was having sweets before, when at night,
you want
but it was also that I was hungry.
Yeah.
So guess what? During the 9-day challenge, I just freaking ate more. You know what I mean? And I feel better. I got less caffeine. I've been sleeping better. The AFib's gone away. The stress has gone away. Man, I just feel good. Was it tough? Yeah, it was tough, and there was a point where I was sick, but guess what? I did push-ups and sit-ups. I said, I'm sick, and I'm at the end of this thing. I had that bad sinus stuff. I said, you got to do something. Yeah. I was not going to fail, you know, and there's always ways around it. But I'm just telling you, man, if you can't do something for 90 days, you're not going to change your habit. You're not going to change your life. And maybe there's more things that you want to change. Maybe there's some better things, but we just brought out the simple basics.
Because that's the starting line.
Yeah, starting.
That's it. We want to talk about are you hitting your strength? Like, we need you just to work out 5 times a week to start with. Then we can start tweaking things. Yeah. But I mean, it's just, that's it. You have to be consistent. That's that C word. Yeah. We talk about the C words.
So cool.
Yeah.
To wrap it up. Fortress Athlete, about mastering the basics. Changing your life through community, doing hard stuff, doing it together, getting you to wherever you want to be. You know what I mean? Boulder Athlete, we're aligning with Jason. We love him. He's awesome. Mine and Erin's goal is to compete at the highest level at the games in 2026. And we have a coach to help us do that. Everybody needs a coach.
We're forgetting something.
All right.
It's a big deal.
What?
What's coming up at the end of May?
Murph.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, we're pretty excited because we are one of only 2 locations in the state of Tennessee that are official host sites for Murph. Mm-hmm. We've got people signing up online that we don't even know that are coming to our gym to do this. This is a really big deal for us. We donated some money to Murph Foundation. Big deal. We've personally signed up, Bruce and Christy and Clay and I, through the Murph Foundation, which is optional for our members. Yep. But if people have signed up, and they're coming to the gym, that's awesome. Anybody who is a member of the gym that's bringing a friend that day that would pay a drop-in, we're donating all of those drop-ins back to the Murph Foundation. Yeah. Because we really believe it's a great thing. And we are in the top 10 for signups so far, and we would like to keep going. So guys, if you are on the fence with this, sign up on the Murph Foundation website, and they will send you can either pick it's like a t-shirt or a tank top or something. And then there's if you want to get a little more bougie, you can get a hat and a patch and some other things. So it's pretty cool.
But remember too, if you're watching this in the area, don't be intimidated by Murph. You don't have to do it RX style.
No, we've got options.
We have partner ways. We got half Murphs, body weight Murphs. We've got all kinds of stuff. So it's a good time to just bring community, bring as many people and friends as you want. Let's get after it.
And I've got coming up, we're going to be posting some of our Murph prep. We started Murph prep workouts. It's actually tomorrow is the first Murph prep workout here at Fortress. Bruce wrote this workout. Mm-hmm. So we're pretty pumped about it. And you're going to start seeing those online. If you're like, hey, I don't know how to prep for this, this is a great way. I mean, you could just show up to the gym and come join us. Yeah. But if you're somewhere and you're like, I don't know what to do, be following along. And then maybe if you are in the area, but you're not quite close enough to be a member at the gym, but you could make that trip just like you would for a half marathon or a 5K on that day, sign up online and come join us.
Heck yeah. All right.
That's about it.
25 minutes.
Okay. But
I'm done.
He thought this was going to take, he's like, I'm going to talk for a whole hour.
I could keep rambling, but I'll keep saying the same thing. Go to the gym.
Let's go to the gym. Is that the end? Is that the end?
Let's go.
What the heck?
You said it's at the end. We're about to get blown away. Y'all hear the weather?
There's ambulances and wind and more crazy stuff.
3, 2, 1. Let's go! Turn that off.
No, you turn it off.